I mean, that just sounds like a usual week for Buck on 911. He's got some things to work through. That's for sure. It's a character that's faced a lot of abandonment in the past, and this is for sure, as we see during 809, gonna stir some of that back up for him. So it's a bit of PTSD on the abandonment front, but things fall into place the way they're meant to, and he's just gonna have to roll with the punches and work it out as he goes, and not, as we see him do some of in 809, try and stand in anybody else's way. I don't think Eddie means it, right? I don't think Eddie means it in a hurtful way. I think he means it in comparison to his son. Technically, Eddie doesn't have any ties, right? Or obligations, maybe we should say. But I think Buck, because of his past and the level of abandonment that we've seen him deal with, through flashbacks his whole life, I think he takes it personally. And I think Buck believes it out of Eddie's mouth in that moment. And, as wrong as that may be, that's the way he interprets it. And that's what then leads to him picking up a little doggy. I can tell you that loft space does not exist anymore. Slightly different from what we've experienced before. I don't quite know how it will play out in the episode. I haven't seen it, but I think there's a slightly more rational response this time, and not as maybe gung-ho as we've seen from him in the past. And he's gonna try and weigh up a few more options before jumping to kind of worst case scenario. So first of all, on Abigail, I only met her one time. We didn't have much interaction in the show, but she was very lovely, and it was nice to have her on the show. G is not taken, and in actual fact, G is key to discovering Maddie's disappearance. Is this spoiler? Maddie. I think with Maddie, I don't quite know what episode it will fall in. Currently it's 811, but I think with Maddie is the answer to that question. It's something that Buck considers to be ludicrous, at least on the outside, and kind of is a conversation he never thought he'd be having. Yeah, I mean, we've seen at the end of 809, Buck has kind of patched things up with Eddie and taken a big step in the direction of apologizing for his previous sabotage. But yeah, there's still a goodbye to come between them, and it's going to be find that line between emotional and sad, but also, you have to go and do this thing, and I understand that, and I'm happy for you. He says at the end of 809, you're going to where you belong, and that's not geographically where you belong, but it's with Christopher. He's still baking. That bacon thread has really lasted on the show. The bacon thread has lasted longer than certain injuries on the show have lasted. So no, there's definitely still baked goods in Buck's life, and which I enjoy, because at the end of the day, they get to come home with me if I so wish, or I get to give them out to people. He is gonna look into the possibility of finding new friends, and working out if Eddie's gonna be away for a while, who am I gonna spend my time with, and that's gonna take him down some fun avenues. his love life is gonna flick on for a moment or two, and you know, he's gonna see how that feels, and if he's doing that for the right reasons or not, and if he's acting in a way that he feels morally is the way to go about things. But yeah, it's certainly part of his adjustment period that he's going to go through. So I've never seen it, but I just saw a trailer for Will Trent. That thing looks really fun. I think I could see Buck running around with him, getting into some chaos and exploring Buck's crime fighting side hobby. So yeah, as I say, I haven't actually watched the show, but the new trailer for their season makes the show look really great and fun. So send me over there. I would say for the whole 118, there's some really, really big, dramatic emergencies kind of midway through this back half of the season that are really pushing the kind of envelope on how big we can go again, and almost feels like a premiere or a finale, but it's not quite, but just in terms of like scale and epicness. So that's been really fun.
Anyone ending up in like a life or death situation?
It's 911. What do you think?
I mean, is it Buck again? I feel like he's been in the hospital enough lately.
Yeah, he's certainly well known around the hospital halls.